Thomas and friends, making tracks to crashes and explosions. Thomas lives with Percy and Toby at the sheds near the large Timoth station. One morning, his fireman came to the sheds. "Our driver's ill, Thomas," he said. "Someone else has to take his place for a few days. I'm sure he can do a good job, though." But the fireman was wrong. The new driver showed up an hour later with a blunt. Thomas and his driver sighed. What's up?" wheezed the new driver, his eyes red and smoke billowing. "Lovely day, isn't it?" Percy was concerned. "Be careful out there," he said to Thomas's fireman. "We will," said the fireman. "I've encountered several ship employees on this railway, but thank you for your concern, Percy." Later that evening, Thomas had to take a passenger train. He backed onto Annie and Clarabelle, the driver's blunt filling the whole cab with thick white smoke. As they got onto the main line, smoke started fogging up the windows. "I can't see," yelled the fireman, "and we're going too fast." "Take a chill pill, buddy," said the driver, and was so high he pushed the fireman out of the cab. After Thomas reached 60 miles per hour after exiting the branch line cutting, his wheels left the rails, the coupling snapped while the coaches stayed on the line, and "I'm out," yelled the driver, leaving Thomas burning, but not severely. Meanwhile, the fireman had flagged down a taxi and got to the airport. He was going to use Harold the helicopter to look for Thomas, and together they took off into the skies. Harold soon found Thomas, and when daylight came, Edward had arrived with the fire department to put out the fire. No one was hurt or even killed by the fire, thankfully, and Henry arrived with the breakdown train to lift up Thomas and the Fat Controller. "The accident wasn't your fault, Thomas," said Sir Topham Hatt. I should have fully checked his criminal record. As of now, I am going to go through all of the employees on this railway. Check their criminal records and make sure something like this never happens again. You'll soon be in working order again, Thomas." "Thank you, sir," said Thomas. "I just can't think about the fact that I had to be with someone as insane as that for even 5 minutes." "It's okay, Thomas," said his fireman. "Our actual driver will be back tomorrow. And this will never happen again." A few days later, Thomas had been repaired and was back at the sheds ready for work. "Good news, Thomas," said his driver. While that insane psychopath didn't get sentenced to any jail time, yes, somehow he had a really good lawyer, he is getting sentenced to 6 months probation and is being charged $100,000 in debt for possession of marijuana, driving under influence, reckless driving, destruction of property, hit and run, and among other crimes. "Wow," said Thomas.